Hey guys, welcome back to YouTube and my channel. This is HeapCVA. Wanted to put together a video real quick just to answer a question. And please excuse the clutter. It's clean, but it's not perfect. We're in a rental house. You do what you can do. Anywho, somebody had asked me, a good friend of mine had asked me, of all the things that I used to do and have done in my life, what happened to make me interested in making videos for YouTube, especially computer gaming videos? And so it needs an answer. It's only fair. And it'll help make sense of why somebody like me is creating videos as opposed to anybody else that has a channel. I'm older than the average YouTuber, although there are people older than me making videos. I apologize for the little bit of glare. There's really not a lot I can do about it. So if I pinch down, you can see my eyes. Now you can't. Sorry. It is what it is. In California right now it's over 100 degrees, and so I'm staying cool any way I can, and so that means shutting off the lights and closing the blinds as best I can. Anyway, back to what I said. 4 months ago today, something happened to me that I wasn't expecting. I had a aneurysm in my head, sudden, started as a headache and progressed. And out of that aneurysm came a stroke, which, as far as I'm concerned, I'm too young to have, but I know people younger that have had them. And I spent 5 days in a hospital in Texas getting better. And I was incredibly lucky, after all of the tests and all of the things that happened to me, to be able to get dressed on my own and walk out of that hospital on my own without a wheelchair. Does that mean I was 100%? Absolutely not. So for the person that asked me the question, I lost most of my speech, I lost 50% of my sight, and I lost some of my coordination as far as walking and sitting and standing and all of those things. The hardest thing for me, and the thing that I took the longest to get over, both physically and mentally, was my speech. In many of the jobs that I held, I was a public speaker and had to stand in front of hundreds of people sometimes to give a speech. And honestly, after day 4 in the hospital, I couldn't complete an entire sentence sometimes. And the people I was talking to, I knew them. I knew they were family or good friends or people that worked in the hospital, but they didn't have names, and there was nothing in my brain to demonstrate that there ever was any names. So little things like that. Got to go home, back to California after 5 days, and got to start with my own physicians. And in fact actually wound up back in a neuro hospital in intensive care to make sure that nothing else had happened in that first, let's say, less than 2 months. Since that date, the first week of March, I have improved considerably. And I think some of the things that helped me improve are the fact that, number one, I'm tenacious as heck, and I wasn't about to let this thing whip me if there was anything I could do about it. So with my speech and my vision, I worked hard every day to force my brain and my eyes to adapt. For my brain, the smartest thing to do is to train it. Now, with the injury I had, and they don't know exactly how much, but there is some loss of brain tissue, which means that the clot in my head that was almost as big around as my fist, that was behind my left ear, was all blood. It's blood under high pressure, and it does damage as it escapes your veins, or whatever those things are. Some words, again, not quite in my brain yet. So I lost some brain tissue. The cool thing is, and something you should know for your own brain if you look at yourself in the mirror, your brain is an amazing thing. If you lose brain tissue, your brain actually steps up to the plate and tries to retrain itself and move functions from one spot to another so that you don't lose anything, or that relearning it is super easy, or easier. In my case, it was easy. There are still words that I stumble over. If you've watched my videos, you'll see and hear stumbles and gaps, and that's me telling my brain, come on dude, kick it in gear, say the word, do what you got to do. And so those are the things that will get better over time. I don't think my videos are that great, but compared to the very first one I did, they're the first level of 100 times better. They've got a long way to go. So I'm forcing my brain to learn things that I used to know without even waking up in the morning, but I have to literally start all over. I knew how to operate a computer and I could check my email, but compared to where I was, and this includes being a competitive FPS computer game player for a group, I can't think of the regular name, but it's going to have to do, that competed all over the United States online, and I think across to other countries. I was having a hard time just playing a few games that I have on my computer. One thing I recognized right away is that my system was not built for a person that didn't absolutely know all of the stuff you had to know to keep your computer running as good as possible. That has changed for me, but I improved my computer so that I didn't have to fuss with it as much. And I will put photos in this specific section of my channel that show my system. You should know what how I make mine compared to everybody else. Do I have a crazy expensive system? No. Do I have the cheapest computer that you can get at Walmart or wherever you have an opportunity to shop? I don't think so. But everybody has their own deal and their own preferences. Anyway, so I'm challenging my brain to do all of the things, use all of the software, use like the webcam I have mounted on my monitor, and learn how to use them so that I can create videos and let other people see them. Now, when I posted them, my original thought process was it's as much just to challenge my brain and prove that I can do it than it is about anybody else ever having a peek. And honestly, I went into this thinking nobody will ever know who I am. It'll just be another name on YouTube among the bazillions of names that are on there now, as compared to when I started watching YouTube, more than 5 years ago, probably closer to 7 years ago, when YouTube was almost unknown or not as well known, and the way things have changed over time. So that was the number one priority for me. The fact that people have looked at my videos, and I've gotten a couple subscriptions, to me that was ecstatic because I didn't expect anybody to pay attention to me. I appreciate it. I don't want pity. I don't want money. I just wanted to make videos the way I know. I love to play games on the computer. I have probably 18 or 19 games loaded on my hard drive right now. I'm always adding more. In fact, I've forced myself to create another set of videos because I downloaded a game yesterday that I really like. And so that's why I am the way I am. Will it get better? I've been told it will. That size, fist size thing that was in my head is now half that size as of day before yesterday, and we're at 4 months. And I've been told that it takes a year. So I'm only in the first quarter, if you will, of a 1-year process to improve. My vision is in the 90% range most days. If I run outside too quick and the sun is real bright, I pay the price for that. I've got to learn not to do that. I have to wear glasses all the time, which I've never had to do before. And I still have difficulty looking up close and seeing, and that's why I don't always shave, because I'm afraid I'm going to cut myself. But I'm improving, and I'm ecstatic about that. And I'm happy that I can create videos, even though my wife thinks I'm still a little crazy. I might be. And spend the time that's required to do that. So that's the answer to that question, I hope. If anybody has any questions, they know how to ask them. Comments, emails, my Twitter, it's all there. If this isn't of interest to you, I understand. Just please go look at the game ones. I honestly didn't want to do this, but it required a response. And hopefully the people that I meet, the people that I see that I both already know and the ones that I don't and have yet to meet, focus more on that than this. And this is one of those videos that just kind of is obscure in the grand scheme of things. And that the next videos that I make, you'll look back and say, wow, what a change. Whatever that means, I actually can't define it for you right this minute. I just know that if you asked me these same questions and asked me to create this video 4 months ago, it would have taken me 45 minutes to do this video, because it would have taken me that long to remember all the words. So with that all said, I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you took time to look at this video, I appreciate it. I understand if you don't. If you have people in your family or friends that have been affected, and they're trying to figure out what to do with their life, they should get involved in something, because it's not the end. To me, this is just a new beginning, and that's the way I've got to look at it. Or I just sit in a chair in a corner and wait for what I don't know, but it would be sad and depressing, and I'm not that kind of person. I love to travel, I love to play games, I love to do stuff with my hands, and I'm not going to allow anything to stop that if I have any say about it. So with that said, wherever you are in the world, have a great day or night. I know it's dark on the other side of the planet from where I'm at right now. Thanks for coming by, or even if it was just for a split second because you realized you clicked the wrong place. That's cool. And I'm going to get back to making game videos, because it's what I'd much rather do. So take care, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much. This is HeapCVA, talking to you later.